We were brought into a secret room, far beneath the military base. There were 4 of us all together. A high-ranking general is waiting in the room, all ready to share the details of whatever new crisis had cropped up this week. We saluted like the good soldiers we were and sat down. Behind the general is a map of a strange-looking island, and my heart skipped a beat. All I could think about was, were we going to war? My squad mates and I would eventually find that answer to be yes, but we could have never guessed against who. "Welcome, gentlemen," the general said. The general paced back and forth, looking concerned, then continued. "This is Nowhere Island. Now I know none of you have never heard of it before. You know how I know? Because 72 hours ago it didn't exist. About 60 hours ago, the bigwigs up in Washington sent special forces in to investigate. They were supposed to check back 10 hours ago. They never did. So now the ball's in our court. You 4 have been hand-selected for the reconnaissance mission only. Apparently, the suits would rather keep this all under wraps for now. That means you boys will be going in blind. Mark the territory, find survivors, report what you find. Nothing else. You got it? After that, Washington plans to send in another squad to pick up the pieces and cover this up." One of the other squad members leaned back and scoffed. Daryl, I think. "Guess we're stuck with all the dirty work again," he said. "Won't be the first time. Won't be the last. Difference here is, this operation is under wraps from top to bottom. There's no glory lost here. Not this time. We'll have everyone floating around in the same boat for once," the general said. Franco said, "Yeah, we'll see about that." "Bottom line," the general continued, "you 4 weren't picked for your good looks. Washington's keeping the lid pretty tight on this one. There's stuff they know they'd rather we not know. You 4 are the best. The most ready and able to adapt to anything you find there. Get it? This ain't your first rodeo, so you're going to go out there and get the job done right. Show those greenhorns how a real elite unit carries out a mission. Do I make myself clear?" Everyone straightened in their chairs. "Sir, yes, sir," the squad shouted in unison. "Very good," said the general. The general nodded and pointed to the map. "Strict orders from the president. Your landing zone will be here. You're going to move up to this location to where the first team was last seen. Do your job and get out. Let me be clear. Under no circumstances are you to deviate from this path, and under no circumstances are you to retrieve anything from the site. Understand? You don't come back with anything you didn't leave here with. Am I understood?" Again, we all responded in unison. "Sir, yes, sir." The general took a deep breath and looked us over one more time. "Then get ready," he said. "Your ship leaves in 45 minutes. Don't be late."
Take a seat. I'll handle this all by myself. I'm not done yet! Clear the way! I'm not done yet!
"45 minutes we were off. Just like the general said. One small speedboat to get us where we needed to go. There wasn't much talking. We were all hardened soldiers. We all knew how to hide our emotions, but even still, I could tell everyone was nervous. Oddly enough, it wouldn't be until we got to the island that things got a little easier. At least for a little while. Up until our world was turned upside down. Franco slowed the boat as we approached the island. We came ashore on the same beach the general had pointed to on the map. If nothing else, we started off on the right foot. "All right, everybody out," Darrell ordered. The four of us strolled right onto the beach just like the general told us to do. Darrell took lead. Everyone checked their weapons just like we were supposed to. "Look sharp, folks," he said. "Don't want to get caught off guard like the last boys who strolled through here. Try staying sharp yourself." "Remember, once you die, I'm in command," Franco said. Darrell laughed. "You better hope that doesn't happen or you really would have to step up. I bet you're messing your pants at the thought." "Sir, no sir," Franco said. "Might I suggest we cut the banter? We're heading into an unknown situation, and Washington's silence on what's out here isn't helping much," Tommy said. "You really think they know that much more than they're saying?" Franco asked. "All we know is that we're on an island where they lost a whole team. They might as well have said we're going south. Nothing to help at all." "Nah, when the big brass is this tight-lipped, something's going on." "Something serious," said Tommy. The sound of rustling leaves caused us to stop. "Anyone else feel that?" Frank asked. "Sounded like a bomb. Or," Tommy started, "maybe something crashing." "Should we check it out?" Franco asked. "No." "Wait," Darrell said. He heard the loud thud again. The ground shook beneath our feet. We heard the leaves rustle again. "What the hell is that?" Franco asked. "You know what that sounded like to me?" "No." "No, that's impossible," Tommy said. "What? What's impossible?" Franco asked. "It sounds like footst." Tommy was suddenly cut off when a head of what looked like a T-Rex swooped down from the nearby trees and caught Darrell in its jaws. I remember all of us looking up at him in shock as it devoured our leader. Is that? Frank said. "It's a freaking dinosaur," Tommy shouted. "Spread out! Move!" Franco ordered. We ran through the jungle as fast as we could. We ran until we reached what seemed to be an old armory. The word Nexus was traced on the side. There were a few crates stacked outside, The words on the side read, "Heavy Ordnance." Unfortunately, they were still locked. I had to hold off the T-Rex until we managed to get them open. Finally, I heard the sound of the crates being opened. Tommy took out the rocket launcher from inside and loaded it. Before he could fire, a swarm of smaller dinosaurs fell on him. They all looked like raptors. They came down on him so fast he was already half eaten by the time I got there. So I shot them up and grabbed the rocket launcher for myself. I took aim and fired.
They shall feel my fury! Greatest warrior! Here we go! Get up! I'm not done with you yet!
Franco is breathing heavy, trying to recover from the ordeal and make sense of what had happened. He paced back and forth in thought. What the hell was all that? A T-Rex? A swarm of raptors? Are we really on an island infested with friggin' dinosaurs? Franco asked. Franco stopped in front of the armory. And all this stuff, where did it come from? I thought no one was living on this island. Hell, I thought this island just appeared overnight. I mean, you saw the maps, the studies. This island hadn't even existed until just a few days ago. Now we find a fully stocked armory, and 2 of our team were just eaten by things that supposedly died thousands, millions of years ago. And what does this mean? Nexus. Is that some kind of organization? Some kind of a code? What? He asked. Franco turned toward me, then looked down at his watch, checking the time and out location. Not good. We're way off the path now, Franco said. Suddenly, the radio goes off. Someone was trying to contact us. That's probably the general now, he said. Franco clicks the radio on. Hello, is that you, General? Come in, he said. Someone responded over the radio, but it wasn't the general. It was a woman. Is anyone there? Hello, can you read me? She said. Franco gave me a look and then responded. Yeah, we read you. Who is this? Franco asked. Oh, thank goodness. Survivors. Listen, My name is Tanya. I was one of the scientists here, before everything went downhill, she said. Hold on. Did you say scientist? Frank asked. Yes, that's right. I was told they were sending in help to get us out of here. But it's been a long time. I wasn't sure if anyone was coming or if anyone was left alive at all, Tanya said. Then Franco said, I'm sorry, ma'am, but how is that possible? It's true, they did send a team in some time back, but they never reported in. The big cats thought they were all dead, so they sent us in to check for surviving soldiers. We didn't know anything about no bloodthirsty dinosaurs. We didn't know anything about any projects. They didn't tell us anything. As far as we knew, this whole island just appeared out of nowhere. There weren't supposed to be any settlements here. There was a long pause. Then you're not cleared, Tanya said. It's happened before, said Franco. Another short pause came up. Hello? Tanya, you still there? He called out to her. It took a while, but Tanya eventually responded. Yes. All right. I really shouldn't do this, but seeing we're kind of in a life-or-death situation here, I guess I'll have to fill you in. Great. Finally someone with some sense, Franco said. But not over the radio. Look, if you just keep heading towards the center of the island, you should come across a lab with a yellow flag out front. I'll be there, Tanya said. Yellow flag? Franco asked. Yes. Can you handle that? Tanya asked. Oh, I think we can manage, Franco said. Oh, and don't try radioing out. It won't work, Tanya said. What do you mean it won't work? Franco asked. This island is protected by a field. No radio waves in or out. It was designed that way, Tanya said. What do you mean, designed? Frank asked. Tanya sighed. Just get over here and I'll explain what I can, Tanya said. There is an audible click and she was gone. Scientists. Well, you heard the lady. Let's get going, Franco said.
Can't be over! I'm not done yet! The greatest warrior!
After all that running around, we finally made it to the science lab Tanya had told us about. A torn yellow flag was hanging from a pole out front. I was almost relieved to see the building. Something normal in a place where madness had taken roost. Then we tugged on the doors to find it was locked. Our day went downhill from there. Franco gets the radio and contacted Tanya again. All right, we're outside, but the door's locked, Franco said. Oh, right, I forgot. Give me a second. I need to punch in the code, Tanya said. The sound of dinosaurs could be heard nearby. Hey, Tanya, can you hurry it up in there? I think we're going to have company pretty soon, Franco said. Just hold on, Tanya said. What's taking so long? Frank asked. Well, I don't actually know the code, Tanya said. Excuse me? Frank asked. The lead scientist kept it in his drawers here somewhere, Tanya said. The sounds got closer. Well, hurry up, Franco said. Being rude won't help anyone, Tanya said. Pretty please hurry up, Franco said. The two men saw a raptor emerge from the jungle, followed soon after by several more. Never mind, I guess, Franco said. You ready? Let's go, Franco said. On the ground was what looked like a prototype shotgun that fires acid rounds. After the raptors were all killed, the doors clicked, unlocked. Got it, Tanya shouted. Awesome. Just in time to be late, Franco said. What did I tell you about being rude? Tanya asked. The lab was mostly empty inside. My partner looked around in amazement. He couldn't believe how such a magnificent structure could have been already built on an island that had just appeared that morning. I could. I still don't know why, but I remember not being so surprised. At least, not until we ran into the Triceratops. We entered one room to see a Triceratops sniffing for food, right beside a big hole in the wall where it had burst through. Oh, I almost forgot. Watch out for the Triceratops. It managed to force its way in here earlier, Tanya said. You forgot about the Triceratops? What about telling us about the big hole in the wall we could have come through? Franco asked. Oh, yeah. Oops, Tanya said. Anyway, come on. Triceratops are supposed to be herbivores, right? He's probably friendly. At a distance, Franco said. Franco tried to move past the dinosaur. He would soon find out what a mistake that would be. Wait, you don't understand, Tanya shouted. The Triceratops reared its head over to look back at us and charged, attacking just as savage as any predator might. What was that all about? Franco asked. Yeah, about that. I don't think you'll find any peaceful dinosaurs here, Tanya said. Why not? Franco asked. Tanya said, just get over here. I'll try to tell you what I can. Now who's being rude? Franco said. Please just get over here, Tanya said. Yes, ma'am, Franco said. We eventually found Tanya in the main control room. She seems young, likely not a high-ranking scientist on site. Hello, I'm Tanya Belova, intern at the Nexus Project, Tanya said.
Can't be over! I'm not done yet! Can't be over! I'm not done yet!
All right, start talking. What is all this? What exactly is the Nexus Project? Why were my two squad mates just killed? And why are there dinosaurs running around everywhere? Franco asked. Tanya sighed and paces the room in thought, as if trying to convince herself to do something she knew might likely end her career. Come on. We don't have all day. This place could be overrun any time now. All right, Tanya said. Tanya stopped pacing, faced us, and said, "Let's start from the top. This island was carefully selected many years ago by a secret coalition of several leading governments. At first, it was just forbidden, left off maps, out of the way. As time went on, new technology was created, technology that was eventually used to fully hide the island. But why? Putting aside that most of the leading governments hate each other, why go through all this?" Franco asked. "Well, remember that little incident during the 1940s? The one that took place in Roswell, New Mexico?" Tanya asked. "You're talking about aliens now," Franco asked. "Yes and no. The fact is, the public's suspicions were true. Aliens did crash land. Along with a few bodies and some wreckage, it taught world leaders one thing. We were in serious danger," Tanya said. "What danger?" Franco asked. Then Tanya said, "The alien tech recovered from the site told us that these beings were far more advanced than we were. So advanced that, should they have decided to attack, taking over the world would have been a breeze. A secret alliance was formed. Soon after that, this island became home to the Nexus Project, a cabal of scientists, researchers, and weapons specialists brought together from around the world for one secret purpose: provide Earth with a fighting chance should aliens decide to invade. Nexus is a weapons project," Franco said. Then Tanya said, "Not just any weapons project. The weapons project. Since we worked in secret, we weren't held down by modern ethical standards. We could do what we wanted, get as dangerous as we wanted. In fact, we were encouraged to do so. Nexus's first accomplishment was to reverse engineer an alien cloaking device they picked up from Roswell. So the island has literally been invisible," Franco said. "That's probably why the island just seemed to appear overnight," Tanya said. "So these dinosaurs, they're just another result of a weapons experiment?" Franco asked. "Yes." "Well, I believe so," Tanya said. "You don't know?" Franco asked. "What part of intern don't you understand?" Tanya asked. "But you know all that other stuff," Franco said. "Of course, it's all required reading. Basic knowledge you need to have just to work here. Professor Stone never let me in on any of the real juicy projects. I didn't rank high enough," Tanya said. "Who's Professor Stone?" Franco asked. Tanya said, "The lead scientist on the Nexus project. It was his code I used to let you two in. He was the one who turned the island visible again in an attempt to call for help. I don't know where he is now. But if anyone can shed some light on this dinosaur problem, it's him." "Then finding him will probably be a good idea," Franco said. "If he's still alive," Tanya said. "Another thing. That team they sent in before us. If no one can radio out, how were they supposed to contact the outside world?" Franco asked. "There's a generator somewhere on the island that powers the radio jammer. I would guess they'd plan to shut that down," Tanya said. "Great. Where is it?" Franco asked. "I don't know. It's somewhere on the eastern part of the island, but that's really it," Tanya said. "All right then. We'll go look for the generator first and call for help. Then we'll look for Professor Stone," Franco said. "Great. I'll see if I can block up that hole in the wall. You two can still contact me on the radio should you need me," Tanya said. Franco looked at me and said, "All right, brother. Let's head out."
Here it goes! They shall feel my fury! be over! I'm not done yet! This is delicious! Ha ha!